Welcome to day 5 of This Is Our Prayer. Today is our last day together for this summer's camp devotional, and our theme is prayers of thanksgiving. I want to say thank you to all of you for your patience, kindness, and understanding this year. It's not been easy maneuvering through the world during a pandemic, and while it was pretty disappointing for us and many of you to not have camp, we believe wholeheartedly that we made the right decision for camp and for you. If you'd have asked me 4 months ago what I was thankful for, you probably would have gotten a pretty sarcastic response. The early days of quarantining were hard, particularly as we've lost a lot of things this year. But I made the choice to reframe my mindset around mid to late April. While I was still really sad most days back then, and have had a few really bad days since the pandemic started, I've had a lot of time to reflect upon all of the things that I am thankful for. When the world gets turned upside down, the first response we often have is to panic, then turn to grief and loss, then anger. But now I'm moving toward gratitude. I know many people still aren't quite there yet. There's a lot of anger, resentment, and mistrust about how we move forward in the coming months. And while I completely understand why people across our nation and the world have those feelings, they no longer feel helpful or productive for me. You know, we've given up a lot, yeah, but there's so much that we still have to be thankful for. It's easy to take for granted all the things we have in the best of times. Because things work out how we want them to or happen without much thought most of the time, it can be easy to get upset when change comes. I look at the Apostle Paul in today's passage and am awed by his kindness and gratitude that he shares in his letter to the church he started in Philippi. He expresses such genuine love and care for these people, and I think the hardships that he went through made him even more grateful for his connection to them. In his ministry, Paul traveled considerable distances, put himself in dangerous situations, and even wound up in prison. Through all of that, he still focused on thankfulness. I believe that giving thanks and showing our gratitude is a means of hope in dark times. While it seems kind of harsh to say, we live in a pretty entitled world. We have everything we could ever want at the tips of our fingers through technology and convenience. And when we don't get something quickly or easily, it's like the world falls apart. I've had to do a lot of reflecting upon my actions as an adult in this world and how that makes an impact upon what you see. We have a choice about how we react to hardship. We can do our best to work through it for the betterment of all people, or we can do nothing and complain about the world falling apart around us. Let me tell you, practicing gratitude isn't always easy. That's why it's a practice. It's not my natural first place to go when something goes wrong, yet it is the place that takes me straight to God and a place of hope. This year, I've been working hard, training myself to reframe my thinking and prayers toward gratitude. I've started looking at, while camp can't be held in person, I am thankful we could send this program to you and give you a piece of camp at home. While I don't go out as often as I used to, I'm grateful for the friends and family that I have to support me. While the ongoing pandemic is scary and difficult to follow and process at times, I'm thankful for my health, the hard work of healthcare workers, and the ability to protect myself and others fairly easily. While this school year may be up in the air for all of you, I'm thankful for your hardworking teachers who are doing their very best to make this year as normal as possible, even with new expectations and guidelines that are being put in place. And while I don't know what to expect from day to day, I'm thankful that God is always with us, showing us how to live with love and compassion. We can seek to be like Paul and look to all of the people who love and support us through difficult times. Who are those people for you? How can you thank them? The minute we give up prayers of gratitude is the minute we give up hope. Hope makes us resilient and keeps our eyes fixed on God. I'm most grateful for you because you bring me hope. A hope that each generation can do and be better, living into the promises we made to God to care for one another and creation and lead with love. As you go out or stay in, remember how much you are loved, how much you matter, and that God is with you always. I'm grateful to God for allowing us to cross paths. May you find a reason for hope and gratitude today and every day. We'll get through this together. Keep the faith and keep on praying. Amen.